two next.
Well, he was just a year ahead being in the school than Jim.
Where's my mother? Can't see her in all these. There she is. I love you, Mom. I know. Okay. So we already all have our diplomas, and nobody wants to hear me speak. Maybe my own family, but Chris Lycan right there. He's ready. He's got the paper. He's ready to bowl. So I'm gonna try to make this quick. So I'm going to start my speech with a very, very famous proverb that you all know. It's better to be silent and thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. That being said, I'll start my speech. I actually had a rather hard time writing this speech, which is shocking to me and probably more shocking to those who know me because I've never had a problem saying my opinions, whether those wanted me to or not. I figured that if I came up with a general theme, or some kind of general topic, that the speech would just manage to fall together. But that in itself ended up being quite a challenge. My first thing was individuality, something we all possess, but the harder and harder we strive for it, the more and more we look like the people trying to do exactly the same thing. And I also thought that speaking about individuality in front of 50 people dressed the exact same I was would defeat the purpose. So next I toyed with the idea of thanking everyone for supporting me throughout my academic career. Unfortunately, that would take another 12 years, and I only have 5 minutes. And words could not begin to possibly describe my appreciation for each person that helped me, but it would also cheapen the miraculous influence you've had on my life. I stand before you today as a reflection of each little thing you did, and the only way I can thank you is to uphold the morals you have instilled upon me. With the utmost enthusiasm and moxie, I will spend each day trying to find the limit of my potential, if there is one. Finally, I decided I would speak of change, and how we're all about to swallow a big dose of it, and how we can't fathom what lays before us, and most of all, how we shouldn't even be afraid. The more things change, the more they stay the same. I'm not sure who was the first person to say that. Maybe Shakespeare or probably Bon Jovi. A few years ago, that sentence had an astounding sense of clarity to it and described my biggest flaw, my inability to change. But I doubt I'm alone in this. The more I get to know other people, the more I've realized that's everyone's flaw. Standing perfectly still, staying the same way as long as possible, clinging to what you believe is tolerable, even if you're suffering. Because then at least the pain's familiar and you know you can withstand it. Because if you took that leap of faith, went outside the box, did something unexpected, who knows what pain might be waiting there. Chances are it could be worse. So you maintain the status quo, choose the road most traveled, and it doesn't seem that bad. Each person that you see sitting in front of me today took a different road to achieve the success and honors they deserve. Some of us knew that our time in a traditional high school was not working, and that we needed something different, something that spoke to us on a much higher level. Others were lucky enough to find themselves here after other schools told us we were wasting our time. We were forced to take this leap of faith, to seek not a suitable alternative, but something we believed in more. I cannot speak for everyone, but I was fortunate enough to find the very thing I was looking for in Clackamas Middle College. We found a place that fit us, that not only catered to our needs, but showed us who we could be, and that things we wanted were not only within our reach, but they were closer than we ever imagined. My grandmother always called that your niche. That you spend your whole life trying to find your niche, and once you find it, the world opens up. It was at CMC that I found this, along with many new friends, people who drove cool cars and listened to good music, people who were as scared and green as I was. They too were there because they wanted to be and had opinions about the world and shared them. They played ultimate frisbee and flunked out of school once or twice, made jokes about their parents and could dish out burns as fast as I could, went to concerts on the weekends, and played basketball on Tuesdays. All of them wanted to know things about me and what I was interested in, where my rugby games were, what types of video games I played, and there were even some of them that were nice enough to loan me money when I needed my junior mint fix for the day. To you, this may not seem so different from the high school you attended. Maybe I just described some of the finer people that were in class with you. The difference between me and you is I did not attend class with any one of these people. I was taught by them. I was counseled by them. I was reminded that school started at 9:15 by them. They are the staff members at CMC and are truly great people, and made my time not only well spent, but enjoyable. Those who said that you cannot be productive and have fun were sorely mistaken. We cannot control the winds of change, but we can surround ourselves with others that will help us adjust the sails so we may reach our final destination. To my fellow graduates, my advice to you is simple. It's not to worry about the change that is coming. The world is an immense and beautiful place, and you shouldn't be scared. We have been equipped with the tools to achieve our dreams, and the world is at our fingertips. The only thing you should ever fear is that one day we will all be forced to comprehend greatness, and realize that our sole purpose is to be larger than life. The sky is not the limit, and the proof is that there are footsteps on the moon. To the staff members of CMC, I said that right once, and especially my counselors, Mr. Rawls and Mr. Stone, I cannot give you advice because you are confirmation that there is brilliance and compassion in teaching. Each one of you could do anything that you wanted, something that gave more credit to spectacular deeds or had a better salary. But you chose to be here because it's better for us, and you believe. And that within itself is the most spectacular deed of all. Some of you may get to meet them tonight, and they're going to seem like normal, down-to-earth people. And I assure you they're not. Each one of them, in my eyes, walk on water. Finally, to you, my audience, proud parents and family, and my own hysterical mother, who I love dearly, I leave my final piece of advice to you. Embrace change. It happens all the time, and it's up to you to take advantage of it. Change your haircut. Try different foods. Learn new words. See other people. Meet new people. And most of all, when we stand still and cling to what's familiar, we tend to miss out on a lot. And I'm going to end my speech tonight with the single most cliche thing that has ever come out of my mouth. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled, and that has made all the difference. Thank you.